Well, hello, everybody. I have Sandra with me, all the
Hi,
way
everybody.
from Germany, right? Where are you
Yeah,
in Germany?
I am in Kassel. So Jani is in Berlin, but I'm in Kassel.
Nice. Well, how are you today, Sandra?
I'm amazing. Like people like to hear me say. They say when I say amazing, it sounds pretty good. So yes, I am amazing. And you, Mitch?
Yes, I'm excellent. I'm excellent. I've been looking forward to this interview. I know we've been long overdue for this because we're both in the TechnoTutor community.
Hmm.
We've both had TechnoTutor for a while now, and we've seen just amazing results that we need to put out there more, right? It's
Yeah.
so easy when you get TechnoTutor to just love it, your life levels up, and then you get so busy with things you want to do, you forget to make videos talking about it. So
Yeah, to share.
yeah, so
Yeah.
so I would just love to hear a little bit from you, Sandra, for our listeners, like a little bit about your background and what initially got you into the TechnoTutor world, and then a little later we'll go into all the awesome changes you've seen.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm 27, by the way. I'm from Cameroon. I came to Germany 8 years ago to further my education, and I studied mechanical engineering. I defended my bachelor last year, and yeah, what got me into TT? It was December 2022. I was talking with my brother Vianney, and I was sharing with him the purpose that I picked for myself. And I was telling him I want to end poverty in Africa. And he was like, "Oh, I know this group, and they are about to end poverty in the world." I was like, it's not quite the same, but at the end, the world, Africa is in the world. So this makes sense. And he shared a group with me. It was self-affected. So I joined. You have to answer some question because it's quality over quantity. And so when I joined, I must admit, I joined it, but I started being active 1 month after in February. Maybe it was the New Year things. So I started being active in February, and then I got TechnoTutor in, I think it was the 10th of March to 2021.
Mhm.
And so why did I get TechnoTutor? I got it because my brother told me that it's a tool that can help you become a greater parent and have amazing geniuses kids. And I was like, oh, this makes sense because all my life I have asked myself, how am I going to educate my children? Because my life sucks. And how am I going to bring people to this world and actually help them? And I know I should be their model. And at time I was procrastinating a lot. I was like, just for this example, how am I going to teach a child to actually do things, to go to be a go ahead, a doer, when I'm not the same? So he was explaining to me how this tool can make us change and then help us raise our children. And he shared with me videos about Max and Seneca. For those who know, they are the children of the co-founder of TechnoTutor, Max and Seneca. And I was blown away. I was like, I want this right now. And the funny story is that he talked to me about the fact of becoming a distributor. At time, I was like, you know what? I don't fucking care. This is your thing. I don't want to do your thing. And just give me the tool and I'm good. And I started using TechnoTutor. And just like you said, when you start using it, you see benefit. You're like, how can I not share this with the world? You can even go into my Facebook profile. Even when I wasn't a distributor, I was just talking about that. Everywhere where I went, I have the other business that I do with hair, and we have a course where I teach them how to take care of their hair. And at the end, I'm just like, I'm using this tool called TechnoTutor everywhere. So 6 months after using it, no, 5 months actually, I then decided to become a distributor at TechnoTutor. So that's the story, I guess you have question that can help me
Yeah.
say a little bit more.
Of course, yeah. I just want to touch on something you brought up there, which is worth repeating. You talked about the mission of ending poverty.
Exactly.
Yeah. With TechnoTutor, our destiny is to end child slavery, abuse, and
Abuse and
poverty
poverty. Yeah.
everywhere. And I understand that for someone who's maybe never even heard of TechnoTutor watching this, or maybe you've heard about it but you don't really understand the significance. I mean, that is the purpose because we provide the greatest education that
Mm.
anybody can access. And so when we're all extremely educated over the next generation, 2, 3 generations, it won't make sense to have poverty. It won't make sense to abuse a child.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that, and that's so awesome, right? So we're really in alignment with purpose right away. But then once you got TechnoTutor, I guess what was some of the first things you started to notice about your life or your thinking that started to shift?
Okay, the first thing is that I was able to actually focus on my thesis because I was, let's just say, done with all of my assignment that I have to do at the university. But I still had my thesis to write and to defend. And let me tell you, I got the theme of my thesis on March 22, 2020. Is that right?
Yeah.
2020.
2020.
Yeah, and I procrastinated so much that 1 year after, I didn't do nothing. I mean, maybe I did the introduction, just one line, literally nothing for 1 year, procrastinate for 1 year just to tell you how bad it was. And so that's the first thing that I focused on when I got it. And with time, I just see myself waking up every day and doing that thing that I was so frustrating to do. Like my life prior was waking up, be like, oh, today I just gonna write this and open my laptop and be like, 1 minute I'm like, no, I can't do this. And I open YouTube and watch movies or Netflix or something like that just to forget about that, forget that I don't understand what they're asking me to do. You know, when you are frustrated, you don't understand something, you just want to entertain yourself.
Hmm.
So that's what I did. And with TechnoTutor, I can actually see it was gradually that every single day by using it in the morning, I could, after that, open it and do 1 hour. The next day, two, the next day, four, the next day, five, and so on. And what I couldn't do in 1 year, I accomplished it in 5 months.
Wow.
Like 5 months after I was finished with the thesis, and 3 weeks after I defended my thesis, and I got the best grade that you can imagine. But when you look at my grade for the past thing that I have done, it wasn't that great. Just to say that the perspective of the grade that I was supposed to get was maybe a D or something like that, but I ended up having an A because I was using TechnoTutor. You see the time that I've gained just doing that and the result, and that's the first thing that I see firsthand for myself. And with time, I didn't notice that quite a bit, but it was something that people can see. But for myself, I couldn't be like, oh, this is something I can do. This why we just judge ourselves so much. And so one day with time, I just decided to open a YouTube channel in English. And the first video that I did it through without cutting, without interruption. And when I wanted to edit it, I see nothing to edit, just a part that I was just silly and singing. I was like, okay, you can cut that off. But that's the moment I realized that I can speak English. I was shocked and I was like, you can actually do this, and you can see how when we can do something, you just do it. You're not thinking like, if I couldn't speak English, I would not think about opening a channel in English. And even if I thought about it, I'll be like, oh, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year. But when you know how to do something unconsciously, you just be like, just do it, and you just do it. And to explain to people why this is so incredible, I have learned English almost all my life. So where I've come from, the official language are French and English, but it's divided, and I come from the part where we mostly speak French. But in school, 1 hour a week, you have a English courses, and yeah. But all of the classes that I went to, I had to, because it's the policy of the country. And when I was finished and I started university here in Germany, actually after um, finishing school, I had to learn German, right? Because my parent wanted me to come here and further my education. And so I went for two years to German courses to learn German. And until today, my English is better than my German. Just to explain, I'm gonna explain why. So after that, I came here and I started studying, and I was like, but I need English because studying mechanical engineering, the best thing that you will find are in English. So even though at the university the courses are in German, when you go home and you want to investigate more and understand and go online, everything is in English. And so you're like, fuck, I don't understand and I need this. And so, and with time, I even see for myself that I want to be an entrepreneur instead of going searching for a job. And so I see firsthand that I need English if I want to flourish in this world, whether it's through a job or through entrepreneurship. Because even when you want a job, the best position where you have most money are the position where you need to speak English. Even if you are in a country like Germany, for example, the best position, you need English. And let's say even in France, where they speak French, right? The best position that you're going to have a lot of money, you need to speak English. Otherwise, you will not get those positions. So that's when I saw for myself that I really need to learn this language. That's when I decided to take English courses. And so I did. I even took two. The first one, guess the grade that I had. I think, I don't know how it is. In German, we have from 5 to 1, 1 meaning the best grade, and
Okay.
5 mean you are failed.
Okay.
And from 1 to 4, if 1 is the best, 4 is like, oh, we are just giving you so that you don't. Yo,
But-
so
okay. What did you get for the grade?
I get, let's just say 2.5.
Okay.
That means good, right?
Mhm.
Not the best, but it's not the bad one. And it's so foolish how when you go through the system like that, they will give you that grade, and that grade mean you know how to speak English. That's what it's saying. But now in the physical reality, can you please say something? You're like,
Mm.
okay, my name is Sandra. And you're even shaking before you even say it, because it it's just memorization.
Yep.
And then, like I said, when you do something to actually use that in your reality, I wanted to use it, right? And I saw for myself that I don't know nothing. I can't express myself. And so I took a second one. And uh, in that one, I even got a 1. So that means a
Right.
very good
You're like
grade.
the best student you could be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, no, it was 1.7, meaning in that range of the
Mhm.
best. And even then, after that, you go out and someone is like, hello, can you please direct me? You're like, no, no English, please, no English. See, why do we learn things that we can't use in the reality? That means you know nothing. That's what it means. And so if you are looking for a job and they are like, they want you to speak English fluently, and you write in there, I have do this course, I have the TOEFL, and I have the best grade. That's the first, it's good, but the moment you sat down with them and you speak, and they're like, your English is very bad, you will not be like, no, 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 look at my grade. It says that I'm the best, and you need to believe that. Nobody, nobody cares. I just want you to speak. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, for me, I will not put that into my CV if I look for a job, but I will just go there and speak. I don't need a paper that tell me I know how to speak English or not. So just to give you the reference of where I come from and why it was a shock for me, and for you even listening right now, that I didn't know how to express myself in English. And 4 months after using TechnoTutor, and I have a YouTube channel where I've posted my videos. You can go and see for yourself of where I was 4 months after using TechnoTutor, like the way I could express myself. I mean, even now, it's far way better. I guess Mitch can say that too. That's
Oh, yeah.
the level of my expression now and 6 months ago, it's not the same. I'm getting better and better because the tool that we use, TechnoTutor, is something that it's for yourself for life, and you use it daily. And so using it daily will just improve, but you are not in that things of I need to sacrifice 1 or 2 years of my life and go and sit in a class where I have to wait for 8 hours for someone to be in front of me and speaking, and you understand nothing what he's talking about, and you are just like, oh, I paid, and at the end I'm gonna speak, and you actually know that you you have been doing it for years, but where are the results? So that's the great story about me
Mhm.
expressing myself in English using TechnoTutor.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. And just think of how much opportunity opened up for you just from
oh,
that.
should I touch on that?
Yeah, please.
Okay, let's say for a moment that think about someone who is, for example, in France. I will use that example because of my business, and I have talked to people coming from there, right? In France, like I told you prior, there are places, there are jobs that even if you want to do them, it's required to you to be good in English. And think about the average person or the person who wants more. Think about every moment in their day where they, because of English, they can't not do something, or even read a thing back of a product, for example,
Mhm.
because there are things that they can only put that in English because there are no translation. Sometimes you go in a dictionary and you are looking for words from English to French. There are none because English have more words than French. And think about someone wanting to achieve their dream. And every single moment that they want to go out of their boxes, they need English.
Mhm.
And every little thing, and at the end of the day, they have this thing, emphasis on the point that they don't know English. It's compounding, yeah, that ripple effect. And at the end of the day, you just feel drained and frustrated and anxious. And deep down, you know that it's because you don't know how to speak English. But because deep down you are like, I can't start over. I can't sacrifice 1 year to go and learn English the way they think we should learn, right? In English courses. And especially the money, because you're like, oh, it's so expensive. Those things are so expensive. And so when you look at that, you just see how people postpone their dream every single day because they don't know how to explain themselves in English. And like you said, the opportunity that I have right now, just about what we are doing. Of course, you and I, we don't suggest that anyone go and look for a job, but we actually recommend you to join us and build your own business. But let's just say someone wants to have a job. Even that, you need that skill because it's a skill to actually express yourself in English. And the more you postpone that, the anxious and frustrated and angry at life you will be. And yeah, and in the contrary, for someone to learn like I did, it opens you so many opportunities. And I have read an article that says that when you learn a new language, you actually become smarter, you actually become more confident. And I have seen for myself, and even people, they have tell me, just watching my video and the way I carry myself and express myself, they are like, you have changed. And you know that sentence, inner change without outer change is a lie. Just for saying, for example, when you look at English, if you are like, I have been learning English for 10 years and you can't actually actually communicate with someone, you are lying to yourself. It is not working. So look at your life and be like, if Mitchell, think about a parent,
Mhm.
and let's just say they don't know how to speak English and wherever they are coming from. What is going to happen if their child in 10 years or 20 years doesn't know how to express themselves in English? It's wild with the automation and everything engineering is in English.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand that, you are lost. Imagine yourself going to a country where they are speaking a language that you don't understand.
Hmm.
That means every single moment you will just feel frustrated because we put word in thing to understand the world. And when you don't speak that language, you will not understand the world. And that's when you get frustrated. And that's when you will be like, I hate this country. They are not nice. But you are the problem, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And
That's
think about people who are at jobs. There are places where their colleagues speak English and they don't, and how frustrating it can be. You will not even want to go to work just because you're like, oh, they're gonna speak English and I don't get it. I have to try. And every moment of that, every little moment, it's gonna compound and you're just gonna get frustrated and more and more and more. So that's why, yes, speaking English, especially because for example, I can use TechnoTutor to learn German, but I don't care about that. I don't want to learn German. So just to say to people that you can use TechnoTutor to learn every language that you
good.
want, but we actually just suggest to parent and everybody to start with English first, and then the rest will follow. And you can actually see, I have clients that they start with English, and the child, when they master the alphabet, they start saying it in the language that they speak at home. And the parents like, what is happening? I'm like, yeah, English is the base, the foundation, and the rest will just follow.
Hmm.
So that's about it.
Yeah. Wow. I want to echo that point of when a kid doesn't know English or they're not able to really express themselves in English, I mean, the opportunity they're missing out on is
Yeah.
major. Now, especially with the world, right? And with automation and everything happening. But also, I think a good point for us to now wrap things up with would be the opportunity at hand, because there's all these countries around the world where there are people looking to learn English. They just don't know how because standard education cannot teach English effectively. Very few people will get lucky because they have a photographic memory and they
Mm,
just pick up on it.
yeah.
Most people, though, experience what you experienced, which is that second guessing and that, not feeling fully confident.
Mhm.
So, what what would you say, Sandra, to someone who's looking for opportunity to make a lot of money and make a important impact in people's lives? I mean, the TechnoTutor business. Like, there's still some major places in Europe where it hasn't really gotten big. I mean, you're sitting on a gold mine. You in Paris, France, and Vianney in
Oh,
Berlin. I mean, it's amazing and it's growing out. So, what would you say to someone who's looking for maybe new opportunity? They want to make an impact. What would you recommend?
great question, because yeah, there's this thing of, oh, I haven't heard much about TechnoTutor in France or in Europe. Why? And so I'm like, you know what? You always want someone, we always want to be the first, but at the same time, we want to be the last. Like, I'm like, okay, if everybody have done it, that's why you will do it. And the answer sometimes now, and now people see the cognitive dissonance about saying one thing and saying the other thing. And so the first reason why, for example, in France or in Germany, for in your point of view, you haven't seen that much. It's, I always say that to people: when you don't speak English, you always be the last person. That's the sad truth about things. That's why, as a parent, you should think about educating your children that the first language that they are going to learn is English, and be sincere with yourself. There are so many things that you want to do. You go to YouTube and you type it. The only person that explains to you is speaking English. So think about that. That, let's just say you type online how to learn whatever, or how to homeschool in French. You type it in French, you will not find TechnoTutor, because let's just say now that I'm in and my brother are in, that's why you will find it. But it doesn't mean people are not using it. And I always say to people or parent that, let's just say you use TechnoTutor and you have amazing results. Will you go to YouTube and starting talking about that? They're like, no. I'm like, yeah, that's why there are so many parents having amazing results, but it's not their job. They are not YouTuber like myself or Mitch, that we are
Mhm.
not YouTuber, but you
Yeah,
guys guess what?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we are not YouTubers at all. I always say that to people, but it's not their job or whatever to go online if they want to, but that's not what is happening. So yeah, there are these opportunities that people don't know. Maybe they don't know it yet, that this mission that we have, it's just for the new 1%, meaning we don't want everybody, and we want those who actually take this paper for themselves, like to understand where the world is at, and to be like, okay, where, what do I want for my future children?
Mhm.
That's what we want. First of all, I'm sorry, we don't want everybody. And secondly, when you actually understand that purpose, you will not be like, why haven't you done it? Why is not many people here or there? You just take in and be the leader,
Yeah.
because that's what it means to start something. I'm the first distributor in France, and my brother is the first here. And it's an honor too. If I thought about, when I think about all my clients, and I'm sharing all these amazing results with their kids and so on, I'm like, if in my place I was like, no, there's none, I don't want to do this, then look at all those children. I will be evil. It's been evil not to share this tool, especially when you use it. And like I told you guys at the beginning, when they told me about the business, and I was like, I don't give a damn, but here am I. So just to tell that, when you start um using it and you see result, you would just, the normal next thing is to just join this. And so if you want to make an impact, and while making a bunch of money, because you are not denying that and be like, oh, this is charity or whatever,
Charity is not going
you
to change
don't,
the biggest problem.
what?
Charity cannot change.
Absolutely not. You can't. So if you want to make an impact and be that leader that you always want to be a leader mean saying something that nobody is doing, and actually taking on that role of, I'm maybe the first in my country, but I'm gonna make people join, that we build this uh, uh, vision that we all have, that we educate every single child to the best with the best tool. And at the same time, you're gonna build yourself, because it's because of TechnoTutor that I'm here and I can speak and Mitch can understand me. Because if I was speaking French, he will be like, what the heck, Sandra? I'm not getting what you're talking about. And open yourself to an amazing community. I have an international business. It's international. And the moment you know how to speak English, it's truly international. But when you just know how to speak French and you're like, I have an international business, I'm like, oh, yeah, right. Can you actually sell internationally? No, you can't. So if you want an international business where you can actually make an impact and make a lot of money, and if you are in Europe and you are watching it, let us be the first. Yeah. Mitch, I don't know um Mitch wasn't the first, maybe ways from, but if you are in this area and you want to be the first and just be the leader in that field, then just do it, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And it's not like then, oh, you're all alone. It's like, no, we will show you what we've done that works. And we have, like, Canada is almost all sold out.
Yeah, yeah,
And the
we
US.
were talking about that in our last meeting, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
take
right.
over.
In Germany, like, we had the TechnoTutor event in Miami, and we had tons of people from Germany, and so
That's
it's growing and growing. And so a lot of people will say something. They'll look at Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, and they'll say, "Oh, if only I knew about Tesla in day one, I would have invested, and I'd be a millionaire." It's like, can you see the obviousness that is TechnoTutor will be major, the biggest education company of all time. And if you want to be in on that, this is your opportunity, right? And so, Sandra, what is the best place for people to go if they want to connect with you? I can put your Facebook Messenger link or your email. What would you like?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my Facebook, my email address, and then they can check out my
Perfect.
YouTube channel too. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll just be below here in the description. And yeah, we're happy to chat with anyone, right? Ask your questions, and also, we're here to support in a real way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Not
and the last thing, don't forget that it's limited, right?
Yeah.
It's, yeah, as user you can, there's no limit in there, but as a distributor there's
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah.
And don't come later and be like, oh, if only I knew.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Use this as your opportunity. Let's start the conversation, and we're here to support in the greatest way we can. So thank you, Sandra. Have a wonderful day. Thanks everyone for watching and listening, and we look forward to connecting further with everybody.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Mitch. So bye
Yes.
bye.
Welcome. Bye.